Expanding Hearts, a meditation. There is a secret place within all our hearts, a deep and great mystery hidden within each of us. There is a deep place that truly God only knows and can see. We don't even know the true depths of our hearts, but I know this, that this is a place that Jesus lives. We all have a story, each unique, beautiful, and tragic. We all know the story of the fall. We know once God created a man and a woman, and there was a place, a sacred place, where we cannot even imagine. It was called the garden. A place where we are seen, loved, and truly belong. A place without shame or fear. A safe place where we flourish. A place where we truly are who God made us to be. But where is this place? I know I've never found it within me, but I know I want to. I want to walk with God within the garden of my heart. Underneath the shame, very deep within the caverns of our heart, God will show us things that we never knew were there. Once we could walk with God, our hearts were whole and flourishing, and then we fell, and shame entered into our hearts, along with it fear and rejection, and now we hide. We hide from God, we hide from ourselves, we hide from each other. But God had a plan. As I have been discovering over the last year, the true path to flourishing is for us to discover the path is your heart. Over the years, I never really paid much attention to my heart. It was numb and hard. And I did a lot of things over the years that didn't help me, like hopping from relationship to relationship and job to job. I didn't give much thought to the lies I told myself, lies like no one likes me and I don't belong. I led my life just keeping myself safe by being quiet and hiding. Inside, I would judge you and dislike you before you ever disliked me. But over the last few years, my eyes began to awaken to my heart, to my sad, quiet heart, to a heart that kept people at a distance. But this was just the beginning to discover my path to flourish. I wondered, where was Jesus in all of this? After all, I had believed in him most of my life. If he was alive within my heart, why did I feel so dead inside? Then I remembered a book that many years ago opened my heart, and I knew it was time to wake up the dead again. As I began to read Awakening the Dead by John Eldredge, something inside began to stir, to believe again that a heart alive indeed is the glory of God, as John Eldredge said it was. I knew my heart was numb, hard, and closed, and Jesus was standing at the door of my heart knocking. Revelation 3:20 says, "Behold, I am standing at the door knocking. If your heart is open to hear my voice and you open the door within, I will come into you and feast with you, and you will feast with me." He is standing at the door to your heart, too. Can you hear him knocking? A practice I began during this time to help me to begin to flourish was called a pause. I would quiet myself and anything that was bothering me, any worries, fears, people, situations, I would give them to God. I didn't realize it at the time, but the more I did this, the more Jesus took up residence in my heart. He began to expand my heart. I began to discover the truth of the scripture of Ephesians 3:18. May you have the power to understand that the love of Christ is infinitely long, wide, high, and deep, surpassing anything anyone's previously experienced. For I began to discover as Jesus began to grow in my heart, I began to discover how wide, how deep, and long his love is in my heart. And I began to see that once there was a garden, and in the garden was a man. This man was free of worries, fears, insecurity, and shame. This man would hold his Creator's hand and walk. But then, one day, this man fell. He sinned, and shame came between him and God, and he could never hold God's God's hand again. That garden is now our hearts. The more we give God our shame and fear, the more we can flourish in His love and acceptance.